This is the Mistress Carrie Situation Report for March 9th, 2023. Your daily entertainment headlines, industry info, and everything rock. There are a ton of great shows coming to Big Night Live in Boston. Static X, Fear Factory, Dope, and Mushroom Head will be there on March 21st. Vivi will be there on April 2nd, Enslaved on April 6th, and Tarja on June 18th. Tickets are available for all shows, and you can get the details in the concert calendar at mistresscarrie.com. Jane's Addiction debuted a brand new song called True Love during the band's performance on March 5th in Bakersfield, California. There's fan-filmed video of the performance that you can find online. No one's really sure yet if True Love was reportedly written by Perry Farrell and Eric Avery and Stephen Perkins with the assistance of touring guitar player Josh Klinghoffer, and whether or not the song will appear on Jane's Addiction's next studio album. Jane's guitarist Dave Navarro is sitting out the band's shows due to his ongoing battle with long COVID. Upon the discovery of certain bacterial compounds that kill fungus, scientists at a German research institute were inspired to name the fungus after Keanu Reeves. The compounds, which the researchers call Keanu-mycins, withered away both fungi harmful to plants and humans with deadly precision. Saying, quote, Keanu Reeves plays many iconic roles in which he is extremely efficient in inactivating his enemies. The Keanu-mycins do the same with fungi. Keanu Reeves was asked about it over the weekend on Reddit, saying, quote, they should have called it John Wick, but that's pretty cool and surreal for me. But thanks, scientist people. Good luck, and thanks for helping us. Rufus Publications has announced the third title in a new series of black and white books called Portraits, featuring Iron Maiden and covering the years that the band emerged as a major force in British heavy metal with singer Paul Di'Anno. It features hundreds of previously unseen, carefully restored black and white images of the band at play, rehearsing, recording, and of course, playing live. The main edition of the book comes in 666 numbered copies. Tower Records, the iconic music chain, has unveiled a new creative space called Tower Labs in Brooklyn. Tower Labs is designed to engage and stimulate music fans with a range of offerings, including live music events, album listening parties, and a new speakeasy-style vinyl drop window for limited edition music and merchandise releases. The first event is taking place on April 27th and will coincide with the relaunch of Pulse, Tower's classic in-house magazine. The new iteration is going to be digital, consisting of filmed interviews, performances, podcasts, and events at Tower Labs. Pulse is once again aiming to chronicle music history and current events while spotlighting both established and emerging artists. Drummer Dave Lombardo is set to release his debut solo album, Rites of Percussion, coming up on May 5th through Ipecac Recordings. The 13-track collection is previewed by the first release, Journey of the Host, and is the result of a 40-year career that saw Lombardo rise to prominence as the co-founder of Slayer. He earned 2 Grammy Awards and has played with artists like Mike Patton's Fantomas, John Horn, DJ Spooky, and the Misfits. Lombardo is saying, quote, Mike Patton originally gave me the idea as far back as 1998. He introduced me to Tito Puente's Top Percussion album. I was already familiar with Tito and was a bit shocked that Patton was so musically diverse and that he surrounded himself with musicians of the same mindset. That inspired me, and I had the ideas recorded on cassette over the years, but Patton kept insisting that I had to do a drum album. So the idea behind the album is years in the making. I just had to find the right time for me to do it. Susanna Hoffs from the Bangles has released a cover of the Rolling Stones classic Under My Thumb from her upcoming album, The Deep End. The covers album was produced by Peter Asher and features 13 songs made famous by the Stones, Squeeze, and Leslie Gore, as well as more recent artists Billie Eilish, Ed Sheeran, and Brandy Clark. The Deep End is set for release April 7th, just a few days after Susanna Hoffs publishes her debut novel, This Bird Has Flown. A group of over 20 of the most powerful companies in the live music business have announced their support of Live Nation Entertainment's fair ticketing reforms, calling for lawmakers to pass ticketing legislation that would give more power to artists regarding their ticket sales while limiting practices on the resale market. Live Nation announced the fair ticketing initiative during the company's earnings call in February as it looked to expand the conversation about fixing the ticketing marketplace beyond its Ticketmaster subsidiary. Live Nation is calling for Congress to outlaw speculative ticketing where scalpers try to sell tickets they don't actually own yet. They're also calling to increase enforcement of the previously passed Bots Act to stop resellers from using bots to get tickets, to also protect artists' ability to decide whether their tickets can be resold on the secondary market, and mandate that all ticketing companies employ all-in ticket pricing to avoid hiding fees until the end of the purchase. Billy Squier has released Harder on a Woman, his first single in 25 years. It arrives 25 years after his last album, Happy Blue. Billy Squier assembling an ensemble of performers on the new song, including G.E. Smith from Bob Dylan and Hall & Oates, Bad Company's Simon Kirke, and Billy Squier's own bassist, Mark Clark, that he started playing with back in 1981. Billy Squier saying in a recent interview with Eddie Trunk that the song is a reflection and a take on the reversal of Roe versus Wade, saying, quote, "I was thinking I'd like to find a way to give them some support." Paramount Plus has announced the season 2 release date of Mike Judge's Beavis and Butthead Revival. The first 2 episodes will premiere on 4/20, Thursday, April 20th. And that's your sit rep. For more details on all of the stories, check the links in the show notes of this episode. And don't forget to follow and subscribe to the Mistress Carrie Podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday. Episode 144, featuring Billy Sheehan from the Winery Dogs, is available now.